Yo, what's good everybody, it's your boy Malcolm and I'm back for another video, and in today's video we are going to be breaking down and explaining the roles within the Tower of God power system. Let's get into it. So I realized in this week's episode of Tower of God, season 2, episode 10, they made a lot of references to the role system that we got way back in season 1, and even in season 1 they didn't do the greatest job explaining it, because as we know, there's fishermen, there's like spear bearers, there's light bearers, there's a lot of different roles, and y'all seem to not know what they mean, because I even forgot a little bit what they meant. I had to go back and research it. So allow me to refresh that memory for you all. But before I do that, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that noti bell. This is my second video this week, and I'm trying to hit at least 2 more videos this week. So 4 videos this week. Y'all need to hit that noti bell so y'all don't miss them. And if you want more nerd content from me, y'all know where to find it. Go check out my podcast, The Storm Podcast, where me and 2 of the bros talk about all things nerdy like anime every single week for about 2 hours. If you like nerd stuff, this is the place for you. So as we know, in the world of Tower of God, the goal is to get from the bottom of the tower all the way up to the top, but you can't do it alone. This is a team project. That's why it was so weird when Bomb at the beginning of season 2 said he was going to climb it alone, and the rank was like, bro, you can't do that because it just doesn't work. And that's why the role system is set in place, so that way you have a nice, well-rounded team to move up the tower with. It also just creates an interdependence between teams, which encourages strategy and collaboration and things of the sort. Each role is specialized to a specific aspect of battle or problem solving, making things way more efficient. These roles are assigned to each regular during the testing phase in order to help them climb the tower. So let's get into what those roles are. There are 5 roles in the tower. There's fishermen, there's scouts, there's light bearers, there's spear bearers, and there's wave controllers. So I'm gonna break down what each individual role does and how they help the overall team and why they're important. First up, we got the fisherman. Now I'm gonna keep it completely a stack with y'all. This name doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense, because what a fisherman is, they're the melee fighters, the close combat frontline fighters. In my mind, that's not really what a fisherman is. I feel like a fisherman would be someone with a semi-ranged weapon, like, cause that's what like Gon was with his fishing hook. He used it to grab things and like do shit like that. But no, that's not what it is. If you're a close range fighter, whether that's your hands or a sword or whatever it is, if you do melee, you're a fisherman. These are the type of people that like to get up in there in the battle, they do their thing, and they give them fucking hands. Some example of fishermen would be like a Knock, and Dorsey, Yuri Jihad, and Hots. They're all really big on close range. A lot of them use close range weapons like swords. That's what they do. You would put those people on the front line when it's time to just get it done. The next role is spear bearers. The name of this one, also a little confusing, because a spear bearer does not have to use a spear. All a spear bearer means is you are a long range fighter. Spear bearers' main role and ability is to cover their teammates from afar. Whether that's using a bow and arrow, shinsu, or even an actual fucking spear, if you're not on the front lines but you're still getting things done in terms of combat, that's a spear bearer. Good example of spear bearers would be Rock, that big dinosaur man who literally throws a spear. A Craptor is also a spear bearer. He shoots shinsu out of his little umbrella looking thing, or Novik is a spear bearer for Kuhn's team. Next up on the lineup, we have scouts. Scouts are the tactical and reconnaissance experts. Basically, their main goal and importance is in navigating and gathering intel. Scouts tend to go in before or even during the battle to get extra information to give the team more things to work with. For example, Don, the speedster on Kuhn's team, tends to go in first. He runs in, he cases the whole area, and then brings that information back to Kuhn. Some examples of scouts would be Don, the speedster on Kuhn's team. Kuhn has been a scout at points in time, and Shibisu, Tracksuit Man, is also a scout due to his agility and stealth, and the fact that he can't really do much else. Light bearers. Now, a light bearer's main role is the team strategist. They basically give orders and run the team, just like Kuhn said in the most recent episode. Light bearers manage the lighthouse and relay information to the rest of the team. They're the main strategist and tactician. When everybody's out on the battlefield, the light bearer is the one who's sending the lighthouse around, getting information from the scout and relaying it to the team. So it's like, you need to be here, you need to go do here, you do this, watch out for this. That's the light bearer's main goal. Examples of light bearers would be the most goated light bearer there is, Khun. He is perfect when it comes down to coming up with strategies, relaying it to the team, and making shit happen. Gosang on Wagnan's team is also a light bearer. She's not really as good as Khun is, but she's still a light bearer and she's pretty good at her job. And last, but certainly not least, the wave controllers. Wave controllers are the team members that have the ability to manipulate Shinsu. They're more or less the magic users on the team. So when it comes down to spells or big attacks or even like force fields and things like that, that's what the wave controller does. Think of them as like the magic user in a regular fantasy anime. They kind of have the ability to do a little bit of everything on the side of offense and defense. Examples of wave controllers would be like Bomb, the absolute GOAT, or Yeon Yiwa. Even though she's not the greatest at it because she do flame up the whole team, but she's still a wave controller and she's pretty good as long as the gang's not around. Now, individually, each of these roles do have a little bit of use, but the real power comes in when they start to synergize and work together. Like a fisherman and a light bearer. The fisherman has the ability to charge into battle based on the data given to them by the light bearer. The light bearer can use the lighthouse to relay enemy positions, and the fisherman can then target specific enemies knowing that they have reliable intel from the light bearer. A wave controller and a fisherman can link really well because while a fisherman is in the heat of battle, getting shit done on their close combat thing, a wave controller can throw up some type of force field or barrier, allowing the fishermen to do their shit without having to worry about the other team's spear bearer. Some good examples of watching that teamwork go in play is when Wang Nan's team was in the test on the 28th floor, I believe it was, and they all worked together to take that other team out. Or in season 2, episode 10, where Ron and Novik actually switch roles in order to take down Kasano. Now, these roles can evolve. Just because you have one role does not mean you have to be in that role forever. While some characters take that role and run with it because that's really what they're good at, like Rock with his spear bearer, he's never really going to be anything but a spear bearer. And that's good because he locked in and he does his shit. Hots, he locked in as a fisherman and does his thing. But some people have the ability to switch roles and be more fluid depending on what the team might need. For example, Bomb, he started off as just a wave controller and not a very good wave controller at that. But he went through a lot of fucking training and now his melee skills are up there. He can get that shit done as a wave controller or a fisherman. Same with Khun. Because Khun is so goddamn smart, not only does he make an incredible light bearer, but he can also be used very efficiently as a scout because he has the ability to sneak and be agile and get information as needed. And shit, as we saw in episode 10, he got them melee skills too, so don't pull up on him or he might give you them hands. I am very aware that there are a lot of very confusing things within the world of Tower of God, so hopefully this helped give you a better idea of what's going on in the show as we go into the final episodes of season 2. But thank you guys so much for being Tower of God fans and watching this video. Make sure you hit that sub button and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.